Well, good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Hoskins here at PureCarolNow.com. I just wanted to say good morning. It's been a while since I've done a live stream to YouTube and LinkedIn, so I thought I would just jump on and say hello. I do a couple on Facebook every once in a while, just because it's a little bit easier from the phone. But I know that I need to do this more often because there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, a lot of stuff that you need to think a little bit more about. I don't want to say differently. I don't want to say correctly. Just more. Just things you need to think more about. And you may not be getting my side of the story. You may not be getting chiropractic side of the story. So that's why I'm here to help inform you so that you can make the best decisions for you and your family, um, because you have the most information available. So with that introduction, you might think I'm going to talk about the big issue in the news. And you know what? It's kind of what I'm going to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about whether you're going to need to take the vaccine or not. In fact, I'm not even going to talk about whether the vaccine's good or not, or whether it's poison or not. I'm just going to talk about your immune system. See, because a vaccination requires a good immune system. Um, it works. All a vaccine does is stimulate the immune system to produce antibodies and do its job artificially. That's not the point. You need a good, strong immune system. And what we know is if you make a choice, if you're in a fear, fight, flight situation, your immune system is depressed. So whatever decision you make, whatever you decide to do, whatever you think about this or any other issue that has to do with your immune system, the worst possible place you can be mentally is afraid. So if you make a decision for or against, be confident that that's the best decision you can make for your situation. You're not going to get judged by me, whether you take it or not, whether you think it's good or not. You're not going to be judged by me. This is a personal decision based upon you and your specific needs and your specific uh, scenario that's going on in your life. As for me and my household, it's none of your business, frankly. It really isn't. Professionally, it's not part of chiropractic. Chiropractic has nothing to do. It's not in my license. It's not in my training. It's not in my inclination to know professionally about vaccinations. Personally, I know a little bit more because I choose to, because it does affect me and my family. We have 3 generations living in our house. So, my situation may be different than yours. Probably is. Some of you have the same ones, but most of you don't. Um, my situation is not only do I have that, but I have a clinic here, and I work at another clinic that sees the underserved and high risk people, regardless of what you're talking about. So my decision's for me alone, not for you to know, not for you to ever find out. Like 2 years ago, this kind of information would have been talked about as a HIPAA violation. You even having the audacity to ask me whether I had this, that, or the other condition, this, that, or the other medication was considered a HIPAA violation, and I could sue your company for even asking that. If you ask me that on a job interview, I could sue the company because of potential HIPAA violations and invasion of privacy. Here we are 2 years later. That's not even an issue. It's almost, it's becoming a mandate for employment is to have this one drug in your profile and on your passport. I'm not even worried about the passport. I mean, it's been pointed out a lot recently. We that went through the public school system, we had a vaccine passport. Followed us all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade, into undergrad, and even into professional schools if you went that far. So I'm not even worried about that. It is kind of silly to have that kind of thing. We need to be responsible for our own stuff. But you know what? I'm not even concerned about that. I am concerned that we're in a state of fear. I am concerned that we're in a state of hiding and staying away from other people. And that comes from my religious belief. And I'm going to share that with you. Whether you believe it or not, it's completely up to you. But if you look at the biblical story of creation, days 1 through 5, at the end of day 1 through 5, God said it is good. In day 6, halfway through, God said it's not good that man is alone, and he created woman. And at the end of day 6, he said it's very good. So it not only went from good, it went to very good, to man's not alone anymore. And man, woman, male, female, that's not the important part here. Um, the important part is community. We were created for community. We were created for social interactions. We We need that to survive as a species. And that's what's another thing's been taken away from us. So we need to make sure that we stay connected with each other. We need to stay connected, especially with our family. And we need to stay connected with ourselves. And that's where chiropractic comes in. Regular chiropractic care helps tweak that spine, that structure that protects your nerve system, so that the nerve system, the nervous system, the central nervous system, specifically the autonomics, are as unstressed as possible physically, so that they can do their electronic and physiological job, which is to balance out the body, to make it most capable of fending off any kind of stress, good, bad, and different, and adapting that outside stress for inward constructive, good stuff. And it needs to be balanced. It needs to be attuned at a very high level. It needs to be ready to do the drag race. It needs to have everything in place, um, doing its part. And that's where chiropractic comes in. Not going to force the body to do something it's not ready to do. We're just going to help it get to where it needs to be based upon what it feels is right at that time. That's what we do. That's what we do every day. And you need to think about how that can fit into your life. Because as much as I'd like to, I will not ever mandate that you get chiropractic care. Even if I was king of the world, I would highly suggest it and I would lead by example. But it would never be a mandate. Even as good as 120 years of research and clinical trials and clinical experience has shown how good it can be, I would not choose to make it a mandate that every man, woman, or child from cradle to grave get regular, ongoing chiropractic care, even though I know how much good that could do for you and yours. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good one. It's enough for Friday. Got a good weekend planned. I do hope you have a great weekend. Love you much. Bye bye.